It's a great day to be in real estate. This is Duanebeisner, sales manager and sales representative for ERA. How are you today? For the quote of the day, I picked this one from Ralph Waldo Emerson. For everything you've missed, you have gained something else, and for everything you gain, you lose something else. For the joke of the day, a boss was concerned his employees weren't giving him enough respect, so he tried an old-fashioned method of persuasion. He brought in a sign that said, "I'm the boss." He taped it to his door. After lunch, he noticed someone had taped another sign under his. It said, "Your wife called. She wants her sign back." Okay, the business tip of the day. You can have the best minds in the world available to you, but when it comes right down to it, you are the ultimate decider. Think about it. All right, Darwin Award of the day, December 2009, Mexico. Sun, sea, sand, well-built hombres in small bathing suits, tropical drinks. Mazatlan is everything you could wish for on a long, no-freaking snow winter holiday. Boats are rented, sunscreen slathered on, rum-related judgment and pairing drinks poured. What could possibly go sideways? Well, enter Evan, 34, Pinky, 22, and their 58-year-old mom, Mitzi. If the Olympics makes a medal event in the near-death experience, these three will clean up. Their favorite warm weather activity is water skiing, especially after the consumption of 2 or 3 drinks with paper umbrellas. The lack of a tow rope vexed the colorful trio until one child of Bacchus recruited the others to execute a plan to make tow rope so they could go skiing. The ingredients for this makeshift replacement were deep-sea fishing line, the patience to braid 50 yards of doom in the making, and a handle to affix to the rope. Mitzi's always up for sacrificing her bikini top for a good cause, so that was the tow rope handle. It was like watching a train wreck unfold. The boat engine revved, Mitzi jumped in, Evan was at the wheel, 22-year-old Pinky put on the water skis, bobbed into position and shouted, "Hit it!" The boat reached warp 9 before the braided line suffered what NASA would call a catastrophic failure, snapping in half somewhere along its length, coming apart at the bikini handle, the hitch, and Poseidon only knows where else. Out of control, Pinky was sent flying over a low boat ramp and into the open hold of a fishing boat. A highly irate Mexican fisherman threw him and his skis back overboard. Mitzi got spanked with fishing line lashes across her back, and Evan narrowly missed plowing into a tourist boat due to the combination of excess speed and sudden loss of drag. Turns out, tickets for disturbing the peace and public drunkenness added up to $130 in fines and a good scolding from the judge, who pointed out the obvious at length. This could have been tragic. Pinky could have broken his neck, and Evan could have sunk a tourist boat that was chock full of little kids. Wow. Anyway, social commentary. This is about another example of how our culture continues to lose its collective mind. It appears we're no longer evolving anymore. We're actually going backwards. International icon and unofficial King of Spain, Paul the Oracle Octopus, has officially retired from the World Cup match predicting racket and may now be used to cash in. According to CNN, the Sea Life Aquarium where Paul resides is entertaining offers for Paul's promotional services, and PR people are drooling over his potential to make millions. Now, Paul could star in light-hearted commercials. If you get it right, and remember Paul has had worldwide success, you're talking about earning a potential between 2 to 3 million pounds or up to $4.5 million, maybe more. It's got to bring a smile to everybody's face. You got the world's first multi-million pound octopus here. Up to $4.5 million for the endorsement of an octopus that ate a clam out of a box labeled with the flag of a match-winning team 8 consecutive times. It's ridiculous. But when you consider the money paid to humans who have done far less than that to endorse a single wide range of horrible products, it starts to make sense. The only problem with Paul, he's just 6 months shy of the average 3-year lifespan for an octopus. Then again, that's probably a generous assessment of how long people will remember him anyway. So keep an eye out for Paul the Octopus billboards, TV ads, and Happy Meal toys over the coming months. followed possibly by the most expensive octopus dish ever. Anyway, for the real estate news, riskiest cities for homeowners. This is from Forbes.com. Many people who fall behind on their mortgages never catch up, and in these certain markets, the problem's especially bad. You know, the foreclosure crisis is far from over, and new statistics show that in many cities it's bound to get even worse before it gets better. Cities like Las Vegas, Nevada, where 10% of all home loans are 90 days or more delinquent. A new wave of foreclosures is likely to occur in coming months. Las Vegas ranks at the top of our list of riskiest cities for homeowners, but it's not alone in its troubles. In hard-hit markets like Orlando, Florida, Riverside, California, and Memphis, Tennessee, thousands of homeowners are risking foreclosure. Overall, 7% of all loans are at least 90 days delinquent in the 10 riskiest cities in America, considerably more than the 4.4% average delinquency rate across the country's 100 biggest metros. In depth, the riskiest cities for homeowners. To find the 10 riskiest cities for homeowners, this article relied on LPS, Lender Processing Services, a Jacksonville, Florida-based mortgage industry service provider. They provided the information with the percentage of borrowers who were 3 months or more late on their mortgage payments. As of May 31st, in the 100 largest metropolitan statistical areas in the United States. Many of the cities where the foreclosure risk is highest have familiar stories. In Sand States, cities, metros in Florida, California, Nevada, we're in California, rising prices during the housing boom meant that when the bubble burst, homeowners were going to be underwater, with little hope that home prices would return to their peak anytime soon. In Las Vegas, Orlando, and Miami, a combined 68,670 homeowners are behind in their mortgages by 3 months or more. In California, a housing-fueled recession has caused a state budget crisis, which is reflected in the list. 6 out of the 10 riskiest cities are in the Golden State. Bummer, because that's where I live and work. But it's not just big cities where foreclosures are in danger of going up. Mid-sized metros like Riverside, Stockton, Modesto, Bakersfield, and Vallejo, all in California, saw dramatic run-ups in prices before the housing market peaked in 2006. Now those cities have severe delinquency rates between 9.7% and 8.6%. In most of our riskiest cities, the foreclosure rate is more modest than the delinquency rate. In part, that's thanks to the loan cures that have helped struggling homeowners avoid delinquency. But in many cases, it's a sign of a much more troubling reality. In some metros, foreclosures have slowed simply because of a glut of foreclosures. The glut of foreclosures has clogged the system. That means inevitable foreclosures won't get flushed out of the market, allowing it to recover anytime soon. All that being said, I still have to say this is the best buyer's market you and I will ever see. If you or anybody you know are thinking about buying a home anywhere in the world, call us at ERA. We have global reach. We can help you anywhere. And if you're thinking about getting into real estate as a career, I'd love to talk to you. My phone number is 714-996-3000, extension 347, or shoot me an email at duane.beisner@era.com. This is Duane signing off. Happy trails to you as always. Proud to be an American.